Alright, welcome to Clair Obscur Expedition 33 Ultimate Guide. So what is my Ultimate Guides? Well, it's all about 100%ing whatever game I'm playing. In this case, 100%ing Clair Obscur Expedition 33. But, like most playthroughs or walkthroughs or whatever you see on YouTube, they have like a lot of parts, like 30 parts, 50 parts, up to 100 parts, and all that stuff. Well, my Ultimate Guides condenses them down to under 10 parts a lot of times. All my Ultimate Guides have been under 10 parts. So this will be 100%ing Clair Obscur Expedition 33 under 10 parts. We're going to be getting every Pictos. We're going to be basically, I'm not even going to say everything that we're going to get. We're going to get everything. So there you go. Every single thing in the game we're going to get to max level, all that stuff. All the collectibles in every area. Before we start, though, I want to go over the history of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Because in my Ultimate Guides, I don't just do gameplay. I've changed it a little bit. I'm also going to be doing extra videos for the game. So in this case, we're going to be going over the history of Clair Obscur. And then in part 2 of the Ultimate Guide, we're going to be going over the Metacritic reviews, good and bad, for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go over the history of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Alright, so I decided to do the history of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 in the title screen so you can hear the epic music in the background as I go over the history of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Obviously, there's not going to be much of a history with the game since it's not that old of a game, right? So, it was released last year on April 24th, 2025. And it is available on PS5, Windows, Xbox Series S and X. It is a single-player turn-based RPG, or I guess you could say it's an FRPG because it's made by French developers instead of JRPGs, which you typically expect from turn-based games. The developers of the game known as Sandfall Interactive, and the publisher is Kepler Interactive. And the main developers, so the director was Guillaume Brochet, Guillaume Brochet, however you pronounce his name. I don't know French names, so I'm going to be butchering their names, of course. The producer is Francois Mirisi. I don't know how to pronounce the name. And the designer, Guillaume Brochet again, and Mikkel Nohra, Nohra. The programmer was Tom Gillerman. I don't know how to pronounce these names. If I remember, I'll put I'll spell out their name on the video or whatever. The artist switches did a very, very good job, obviously. Nicholas Maxon Francombi. And obviously the writers did an amazing job as well. Jennifer Swedberg-Yin, Guillaume Brochet again, and Victor Delierd. And one of the best people involved in the game was the composer, because the music's phenomenal. Lorien Testard. And then also Alice Duport Persier is also a composer. So that's all the main people who worked on the game. Obviously, there was, I think, a little over 30 developers that worked on the game, which is insane that they were able to make such an amazing game with just that few of people. Um, it just goes to show you don't need a massive amount of people to make a amazing game. Uh, by the way, the Guillaume, however you pronounce his name, he actually left Ubisoft, which is, I guess, the best decision he made because he made this game and phenomenal game. He actually left during the COVID-19 pandemic. And he formed the Sandfall Interactive when he left Ubisoft. Yep, 30 developers. And obviously he was inspired by Japanese role-playing games. I guess he was a big fan of JRPGs like Final Fantasy, Suikoden. I get Lost Odyssey vibes from this game, especially with all the talk about immortals and stuff. Because Lost Odyssey, you had immortals, right? I think that was one of the big inspirations for this game was Lost Odyssey because it just plays like Lost Odyssey. You know what I mean? Like without the whole dodge, you obviously couldn't dodge and parry. Well, you could dodge in Lost Odyssey, but you couldn't parry, and the dodging was automatic in that game. Um, but yeah, I feel like that was their biggest inspiration was Lost Odyssey. It had to have been. Like obviously I can't speak for the developers, of course, but it feels like a damn Lost. It feels like I'm playing Lost Odyssey 2 when I play this game. Like I'm not kidding. Like it feels like Lost Odyssey 2. uh, like it feels more like Lost Odyssey than it does Final Fantasy. But yeah, it's talking about. This is all from the Wikipedia, by the way, and they're talking about how AAA just gave up on turn-based games. Well, they wanted to just make a turn-based game, and they did. They succeeded. It got Game of the Year and it Queen Sleep the whole damn thing at the Game Awards to the point where I think Square Enix it opened Square Enix's eyes. I think Square Enix has been lost for years with Final Fantasy. They don't know what to do with Final Fantasy, and I feel like this game being as huge a success as it was, not only affected themselves, obviously, because they got Game of the Year. That's a huge achievement, and they Queen Sleep the whole damn thing, which is amazing and well deserved. But it also opened up potential for Square Enix to destroy this game. I know that seems crazy to say, but if anybody can do it, can make a better game than Clair Obscur Expedition 33, it would be Square Enix. So, if it really did open their eyes, and this game will change Square Enix for the better, they could make a better game than Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and it's not even close. I guarantee you, if they could do turn based, it will be better than Clair Obscur Expedition 33. You could say I said that years from now if it happens. You can mark my word on that it'd be better than this game. I'm not saying it'll sell more than this game, but I'm saying it'll be better than this game. I think it probably would sell more too than it, but because obviously Final Fantasy is more well known than this game was, but overall anyway, um But yeah, I think they'd make a better game than this. I honestly do. I think I just hope they don't copy the whole dodging and parrying thing. I don't really want it to be a mainstay. It worked just because it worked for this company does not mean it'll work for everything. And I don't like how there's a lot of people trying to copy the system. It it's going to get old after a while. I'd rather just have a straight up turn based game, or make it have both. Make a active turn based like this game, where you can dodge and parry, or you can have like a regular turn based system as well. That's what they should do. By the way, this game was made in Unreal Engine 5. Um, Apparently, it was removed from like an indie. There was like an indie Game Awards or something like that. There was another Game Awards that they cut Clair Obscur from it or something like that. Because they used AI in the game. Now, here's the thing. They didn't actually use AI at all because they were going to use it, and they realized that what they were doing was better than the AI was doing. So they, I think, scrapped it or they used some of it. But majority of the game's non-AI, obviously. It's something like that anyway. Basically, there was minimum AI in this game. Basically, minimum to no AI in this game. So it's not really an issue. Not that it would be anyway. I don't really care if they did, to be honest. Um, yeah, overall, in my opinion, it deserved the game of the year. Um, it's just a shame, like other genres, other games can't, get as popular because there's so many games that I play that deserve to have millions of copies sold, but they just don't. It's unfortunate. The Suikoden series should have been more popular. The Tales of series should have been more popular. The Star Ocean series should have been more popular. But that's what it's all about. Catching a trend. Doing something that other people don't do a whole lot. Like make a really polished turn-based game. And that's how you succeed. Not just in the game development world, but also in content creation. If you do stuff that other people haven't done, there's a chance it'll blow up. That's why a lot of gaming channels don't blow up or don't get a lot of views anymore because everybody's doing it. But you make content that not a lot of people are doing, and that shit'll skyrocket in views. I guarantee you it would. I'm not that type of person. I keep going to gameplay regardless. And I'll never stop that. But that's how you succeed in life. You do stuff that other people haven't done. And you will blow up. Whatever you're making will skyrocket in popularity. And that's what happened with this game. It did something new that it hasn't been done in a long time. Well, obviously it wasn't new, but they did something that hasn't been done in a long time. And it blew up. You also need to have a quality game too, of course. Quality helps a lot. And this game is definitely a lot of quality. So yeah, that's pretty much the history of Clair Obscur though. There's not really much more to say about it, honestly. It's deserving of what happened with it. It got the game of the year. Queen's Sleep, like I said. Definitely worth it. Everybody should play it, honestly. I would recommend it to everybody, honestly. If you like turn-based games, especially. If you don't like turn-based, then you might not like it. But there's people who, well, to be fair, a lot of people who said that, like, they never played a turn-based game, but they love this game. They probably, or were just saying it because it's a popular thing to say, you know. Obviously, if deep down they hated the game, they wouldn't say it because they're gonna say whatever gonna give them the most likes, you know. So you should never trust a content creator when they say it is the best. You know, they love it. You know, because they might not actually love it if they're new to turn-based games. But with me, I played turn-based games for over close to 20 years now. If you can't trust my opinion on them, then I don't know who you would trust. Uh, I'm going to give 100% honest. The game is worth buying. The game is worth every penny. I've actually bought this game. I got it on Steam the other day because I was going to originally do this on play it on Steam, but I'm playing on PS5. I tried the game on Steam, but it would not run on my computer. It was too. My computer's not good enough. So I had to buy it on PS5. But I did buy it on Steam as well. And I had it originally on Xbox. So, yeah. I pretty much owned it on every console that it's on. So, yeah, totally worth it. And we're going to start up the ultimate guide for the game. We're going to get every, um, collectible and everything. Fight every boss in the game. Do every side quest, everything like that. By the time all the parts have uploaded, we will have 100%ed Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So let's go ahead and jump right into the ultimate guide. We're done with the history of the game. And sorry I butchered those names of the people earlier, but there's no way I could have got their names right. But I wanted to mention them anyway because those are the important ones. And obviously, everybody else who worked on the game is important as well. But their names weren't listed on the Wikipedia, so I don't know who the other people who worked on it is. But to all the 30 people who worked on the game, you did an amazing job. And I and many other people look forward to the next game you make. This has been Razor talking about the history of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Let's start the ultimate guide for the game. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the history of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And we're going to start up the game. For settings, I have all these settings on. We'll be skipping the cutscenes, obviously. I will be doing an all cutscene video for the game, though. I'm playing on performance mode on PS5. It's also available on PC, Xbox. Well, I went over that in the history. What am I talking about? New game. We'll be playing on Expert for the first time. I've never played this game on Expert before. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. So one thing to note, when we go through dungeons in this game, like obviously this area here is not really a dungeon, it's just a town, you know. But when we get to dungeons later, I'm going to be going through them quickly, getting all the treasure, and then we'll fight the monsters after we go through the dungeon. That way you guys ain't got to see me. If you're just here to get the collectibles, I'll get all the collectibles in every dungeon, right? And then we'll fight the monsters, okay? So there you go. No collectibles in this early part, so just keep going forward. We will be getting collectibles later, of course. Right up ahead here, we'll be able to fight Maelle, who is actually the main character of the game. You would think this guy is, right? We're controlling him, right? But no, she's actually the main character of the game. It's like Celis from Final Fantasy VI. Some say she's the main character of, Final Fantasy VI. And then some people say Terra, you know. But in this case, we know who the main character is of this game. It's pretty clear cut, honestly. Alright, so the first battle. I gotta turn this volume down. Shit, man. Loud as hell in my ear. So, you can press L2 to aim. You can shoot the enemy. In this case, what you're going to do is Lumiere Assault, though. And you have to do the button timings in this. And then she's going to attack. And you can press R1 at the right time and you can parry. You can also press circle to dodge, too. I think I just attack here and hope I parry correctly. Because then I could boost the over... Oh, no, I failed. Yeah. See, I'm not the greatest at, we should be able to kill her here anyway, right? With overcharge of 9, I think. Yep. So we need overcharge of 10 anyway. Alright, then you want to continue on. You get the first color of Lumina there. Color of Lumina is what you're going to use to equip, to get Pictos abilities without having to equip the Pictos. We'll get Pictos later. We don't get them in this first area. But we'll be getting plenty of those throughout the game. There's over 100 of the damn things. So go down the rope here. Going down a rope instead of shooting ropes. I'm used to shooting ropes. If you know what I mean. Alright. After getting control of Sophia here, there's some chroma there. Then you can talk to this lady here for some dialogue. You don't have to talk to her, though. I don't believe for 100% completion, but... And you don't have to get every chroma for 100% completion, either. You don't even need to get all the color of Lumina for 100% completion. Because you can farm color of Lumina later in the game. Alright, continue this way, and there'll be some people you could talk to up ahead. Again, not necessary to talk to these people up ahead here, but we're going to talk to them anyway, right? So there's this lady here. And then there is some other characters as well. This guy here. Wait, hold on. I don't think it matters what you pick here. Alright. And then there's a couple more people too. You have this lady too who's very mysterious. Someone made a whole video on her on YouTube. She's just sitting here surrounded by these like baskets of flowers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them, I think. But yeah, someone did a video on her if you want to check it out on YouTube. If you actually turn your volume all the way down, you can hear her humming a song. I'm not going to do that though right now, but you can do that if you want. Talk to this person. All right, there's one more character we can talk to as well. Actually, there's two of them right here. So this will be, oh shit, my audio spiked there for a second. I don't know why, but these two have Gestral mask on, as you can tell. Of course they do. Well, actually, I actually know they do. Also on the right side of this area is a chroma you can get. So you have to climb up this on these planks. Then do a running jump and grab it. And then if you come over here, you can examine a pile of stuff for another collectible. It's kind of hard to do though. You have to like, yeah, there we go, see? Hit examine. You get a color of Lumina for doing that. And then all you gotta do is continue forward. Talk to this guy. You have to talk to this guy for 100% completion, so make sure to talk to him. You'll be able to get an outfit later for talking to him. Alright, just how to get the first outfit in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. You gotta talk to this guy here in order to get the outfit later. You can't get the outfit yet, but you'll be able to get it later by talking to this guy.
What a lovely smell.
Thank you.
I could recognize.
Skip through his dialogue quickly here.
And he said he wants. I used to think I know I made. So I.
He's basically going to tell you to go
Of course.
He won't join. Oh.
talk to his son later.
Don't worry.
And after we talk to his son later, we'll be able to get the outfit.
I'm glad.
Yes.
Thanks.
See you.
Thanks to both.
See you.
After talking to him, come over this way and you can talk to her and you can get another color of Lumina.
The expedition. All they do is, you know, they got. Yes, that's what my. Before he left, and here we are. We could have spent.
Your father.
I have no.
You never know. There are the stuff.
And you gotta shoot this balloon. Or you gotta not shoot it, you gotta kill it in one round, basically. It'll just keep constantly healing itself. Basically what you want to do is build up your overcharge and then do overcharge to kill it. But you want to get the overcharge to 10. There you go. Once you get the overcharge to 10, get to max AP. You gotta skip your turn by pressing R3, holding R3. Once you have 4 charges, you can do it. Or 4 AP, I mean.
For those who come after.
There you go, see? You get some EXP in Chroma,
They all train their-
and then you get a color of Lumina.
or maybe.
Do you think my friend when the time thank you. Give this to your
If you come over here, you could listen to some people having sex. And you gotta do it 33 times.
Some
3, 4, 5. I'll be going in and watching. Yeah, and after 33 times you get a color of Lumina. Okay. There's also a trash can we can examine later, but not this one. Okay. So now we can continue on here.
Oh, Luna's playing. You two would make
There's a
it.
guy up here you can talk to, I know.
You really think it, Maxine? You should go home. Where do you then
He's
maybe
like a drunk or whatever.
That's why the pain, Maxine. Forget it. If you say so.
Or maybe
Forget it.
something already happened, huh?
Mm.
And then here's the trash can you need to examine a bunch of times. Yep, trash can man. He's trying to survive the Go mods by hiding in a trash can. Hopefully, he's hoping that the Go mods doesn't happen to him if he's in the trash can hiding. I don't know how it's gonna work out for him though, but you also want to talk to this guy too. You don't have to. Well, actually, you do have to talk to this guy. You get to a battle.
We broke up.
Sophia against Sophia. You gotta dodge her attacks.
Okay,
Come on, dodge your ladies' beautiful moves.
It slows down so you can dodge easily,
That was splendid.
but you gotta do it for multiple turns. Should have no problem doing this.
One last
Believe it or not, the first time I played this game I actually failed. I'm not. I did actually fail the first time I played this game.
that was I was so
it's nice. Thank you.
it is I will
I feel
love also
You get a recoat for doing that. That'll be useful later. Okay, I went back a little bit. I went back to the flower market. There's another guy we could talk to over here.
Why does Manon keep... You haven't heard that?
Raphael.
Unofficial ex... I think...
You don't have to talk to him, though.
I don't know. You can...
Alright, and then, there's one other person down this way. Right here.
I could.
No, the...
Oh, I'm glad
Feel free to
I
talk to
got
her
it.
too if you want to.
Of a...
Alright, now we continue on. And you want to come over here to the right, and you'll see a character we're going to be meeting later, up there, playing the guitar. But come over this way and you can get some chroma. And then you want to continue down the path. And then you want to go this way
I feel so
and
Who? The paintress?
Look at
There's some chroma you can get,
She looks
and you can talk to Maelle. Maelle's around here, I think.
Maybe she
You can
was
talk to
there as well
her.
too. Stuck in the same
We're just gonna continue on though. Get the chroma and then
Silly her.
go fight the mime. We're gonna fight the first mime. Grab the chroma there
It's
though,
one of the few choices I can make.
and we'll go fight the mime.
It's okay.
We're not gonna talk to Maelle,
You don't have to.
but you can talk to her around here, I think. And here's the first mime of the game. You'll find these in every single dungeon pretty much, and they get progressively harder, but they're really easy. You just gotta break their wall. Once you break their wall, you can damage them normally. To break their wall, all you gotta do is break them. So just break them with overcharge, and you're good. Alright, for defeating the mime here, you can get the first record of the game. To defeat him, it's pretty easy. Just start with Lumina Assault. Get a perfect on it. And then try to time your dodges correctly, and you'll parry him. And you should be able to use overcharge here, but actually, yeah, I guess I'll do it. This will definitely stun it. Yep, and that's your goal, is to stun it. Then once you stun it, you can deal normal damage to him. See? In fact, we could just do overcharge here to finish it off. Even a 1 overcharge will finish it there. And after you defeat it, you'll get a record.
Thanks. Did someone there's some
You get Lumiere, the first record of the game. After you get all the collectibles in this area, we get every single collectible. We can head to talk to this final NPC, and then we'll advance the story.
could be
Well, I'm not gonna really talk to him, you know, but you know. And then you'll witness the Gomage here, and I'll just go ahead and talk about it after it's over. Go ahead and watch the scene yourself, though, of course. But essentially, the Gomage makes everybody at the age of so in this case the Gomage was 33, so everybody 32 passes away. So anybody who reached 32, the age of 32, automatically dies. Or maybe it's 33. I think it might be 33 actually.
I should check on Maelle. She's probably alone, as usual.
Yeah, I think it's actually 33. So everybody 33 dies. And each year, the paintress paints one number lower than that. So Gustav is 32, or whatever. Or I don't know how old he is actually, but if he's 32, he would die the following year when she counts down to 32. So, yeah. A bit weird storyline for sure. A bit different and a bit disturbing as well. They make this paintress out to be
Check on Maelle.
like
Probably alone.
a crazy ass villain, you know, like that's a hell of a thing for a villain to do, to kill everybody young, basically, because 33, that's young, right? So she's essentially killing young people at this point. But it didn't start out that way. She's, um, she obviously had to start originally at 100. You could live up to 100 in this world, but there's already been like 60 something years, since the Go mod started to happen, right? So now young people are dying at this point. So yeah, it's just an unfortunate world that they live in. Anyway, after discussing the storyline a little bit, we're good to advance. And we're here in the festival. This is the night before the expedition, which will take place tomorrow. And our goal of the expedition is to head to where the paintress is at. Right down, way down that way. And first thing you want to do here is talk to this guy, Antoine. And he's going to give you a quiz. 67 years ago is what you want to answer. So, how do you get this? Well, it started 100 years ago, right? And we're at 33 now. So you do 100 minus 33, you get 67.
67 years. Brilliant. What are you talking about? All right, fine. Which was the first expedition to depart?
Expedition 0 is what it's called. It was not called Expedition 100.
Expedition 0. Correct. What is
It's the first one here. Abilities you internalize by using a Pictos in battle after enough times.
abilities you internalize? Well done. No, I mean, all right.
And you get a token here. And you can exchange these tokens for rewards.
Hey, Gustav, looks a bit rough. I've been working your personal mob. It's digital. Great. Call it
You start with 2 tokens. We can get one from Maelle as well. So grab that. You get a weird Pictos.
Hey, I'm Undine.
And then talk to her. And you can give her a token. And you'll be able to get a prize. A new outfit.
Voila. Looking very fine indeed. You'll die with a gorgeous head of...
Alright, after giving the token to this woman, and getting a new hairstyle for Gustav, you can get, remember that guy we talked to in Lumiere earlier? Well, we could talk to his son here, and he'll be able to get another outfit.
Wow, so many. That's Dad. You take.
what?
I'm not sure. I want to. It's okay.
Thanks.
And you get a new outfit. There you go. And then you also get that hairstyle from that lady over there by giving her a token. I think it's all the different outfits we can get for now in this area in Lumiere. So at this point we're going to take on the first boss of the game down here at the dock. She is a boss fight. And I'll be doing an all bosses video for Clair Obscur Expedition 33, so I'm going to be quiet during the boss fight. But you can just do what I do and you'll be able to beat her, for sure. No problem. If you lose, just restart. And to restart, all you got to do is hit load previous saves. And you'll be able to restart if you fail. Because you want to beat her because you can get a token for defeating her. If you're playing on normal, you should have no problem beating her. If you're playing on expert, it might be a little difficult.
hope your Lumina converter works better than your dueling.
For those who come after.
No shame losing to a superior fighter.
For those who come after.
Alright.
Congratulations. Don't get
And you get our token, the final token. So let's go up this way. Give a token to this lady.
Relics. I may not.
Yes.
Take good care.
You get an old key, which will be useful for later. You need that for old Lumiere later in the game. I know it seems weird, but yeah, you'll need that way later on in the game. It's crazy. That item there is useful way later on. That's just mind blowing to me. You know. There's plenty of other people you can talk to around here. The only person you're required to talk to now is these kids here. And I'll give you a journal.
For your field note, they'll oh, and
I shall fake it.
and Nevron.
I can do that.
I promise.
Adriana.
I'll use everything you taught us, Monsieur G.
And then cutscene time where you meet Gustav's sister.
Yeah. Take care of it. My darling sister has arrived. Sure.
You can also access the menu now. Look at your inventory and stuff that you got.
Kill me if I don't say goodbye.
So yeah, go talk to his sister. Almost said her sister. Gustav's not a woman.
Just suggestion.
I do, anyway.
Sister's kind of hot too. I won't lie to you guys. And then you'll get some crazy scenes coming eventually when the expedition takes off. I recommend covering your eyes. Yeah, this scene here, I recommend you cover your eyes. It's gruesome as hell. Not really my style. Not really things I want to see, you know. But I'm glad it's in the game. You know, I'm not going to criticize art, you know. But, you know, it's just not something I personally want to see. Basically, one of the characters gets decapitated, basically. Brutal. So if you don't want to see that, you know, I recommend you close your eyes. But that scene, basically, you're up at the dark shore, and the characters are under immense distress immediately as soon as they land. They see an old man with a cane who will be crucial to the story later. We don't really know much about him right now. He's just mysterious, right? And he basically decapitates someone like instantly. Like, the dude's alive and then all of a sudden he's dead in like a second. And then you have these things with like, they're like hands, and they are attacking the party and stuff. And you have to fight them later when we go to the Dark Shore. We will be going to the Dark Shore later, which is where that scene took place at, in the Dark Shore. And we'll be going there much later on. Not in this part, of course, but in another part of this ultimate guide. And nice touch here right at the beginning. He's all messed up. Look at him. He's all bloody and stuff. He just went through hell on the Dark Shore. He barely managed to survive. And you make your way here to a peaceful area known as the Spring Meadows, which is the first dungeon of the game. We're going to be going through this entire dungeon, getting all the collectibles, and I'm not going to be fighting the battle. I'm not going to be showing me battling the enemies. We're just going to get all the collectibles. There will be one enemy I have to show because, I have to, because it's a boss. It's like a mini boss, but other than that, I won't need to show any of the battles. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Alright, first dungeon, the Spring Meadows. The first thing you want to do is turn around and grab some chroma. And then work your way through the area. Up ahead, you'll have to fight a battle, which I'm going to cut out of the video. I'm going to be doing an all monster video anyway, so if you want to see all the monsters of the game, I'll post a video of that eventually. But the goal is to get all the collectibles. Alright, the first enemy goes down without a problem. And we continue on immediately after the battle's over. And we'll have to use a grapple to go up. And will eventually lead to the second fight of the game against a much bigger enemy. We'll be going through the entire dungeon. No jump cuts besides cutting out the random battles. So wherever I end up after the battles is where I'll be. Or where you'll be as well. After this fight up ahead, you'll get the first Pictos of the game. Alright, time to get the first Pictos of the game. Gotta defeat this thing here and you get the Dodger Pictos. You're the Dodger Pictos. There you go. Alright, after the second battle, we continue on through the Spring Meadows. Eventually we'll come across the first expedition flag. Alright, so a brief tutorial on expedition flags, because they're more than just ways to save your game. You can hit rest, which will replenish your chroma elixirs, and also your health tints, as well as your energy tints, and your revive tints. At the bottom down there, you can tell, bottom left, you see one of one, and one of one. The one on the far left is your health tints, which allow you to restore HP in battle. The energy tints allow you to restore your AP. And then the revive tints allows you to revive a character. And we only have one right now. We'll get more of them as we go. Chroma elixirs allow you to fully heal your party. So if your party's weakened down, you can use one of those to fully heal, and then you can replenish it at the save points by hitting rest. As for upgrade attributes, you have 5 different attributes in this game: Vitality, Might, Agility, Defense, and Luck. Health affects your max HP, so the more vitality you have, the more health you'll have. Might affects your attack power, which will make you do more damage. Agility affects your speed, which you'll be able to act faster. Defense affects you take less damage, basically. Yeah. And then luck affects your critical rate. And then it tells you that criticals deal 50% more damage. That recoat we got earlier, you could reset your attributes. You get more recoats later as well. And you'll also notice, see where it says C on Vitality? His weapon, if you power up Vitality, will actually boost your attack power if you get it up enough. So you'll get Vitality and attack power eventually. For her, it's luck. So if you put points into luck for her, it'll boost attack power eventually as well. Each time you level up, you'll get more skill points to add, or you'll get more points to add. And then learn skill. Every time you level up, you get skill points, and you can allocate the points into these different skills. And there you go, we're good to move on. That was a quick tutorial on expedition flags. Alright, from the expedition flag, you want to go forward here. And you do want to fight that enemy there, but I'm going to go over here first. And I'm actually going to show me fighting that thing too. Oops. I'll just show it now then. And you'll notice that you get a weapon. This is the first weapon of the game that we collected. The other ones we started with. This is the first one, Lance Ram, you get from fighting that enemy we just fought, the Lancelliers. And that weapon is for Gustav. And has vitality and agility and 52 power over 32 from his original weapon. After fighting that enemy, let's jump down. And there's a Pictos we can get over this way. The second Pictos of the game.
Interesting.
So now a quick tutorial on Pictos. How do Pictos work? Well, it's simple. You equip them and you eventually learn them. And then you can use Lumina to equip them automatically. Without having to have the Pictos equipped. And also the Pictos will boost your stats. Like you see, Dodger gives plus 12 speed and 3 critical rate. Whereas Critical Burn gives 3 speed and 6% or 8% crit. And yeah, each of them, the ones you get later will give more stats, obviously. The ones at the beginning don't really give a whole lot of stats. And then each of them have their own bonus effect too, like Critical Burn, 25% increased critical chance on burning enemies. So if you burn enemy, you can crit them more often after that. Dodger. You gain 1 AP on perfect dodge once per turn. So that's pretty good. If you can manage to get perfect dodges all the time. It's better to parry though, obviously. If you can have a chance to parry, you should parry because you can obviously turn the attack back at the enemy and deal damage. With dodge, you just take no damage. So it's always better to parry when you can, but parry's a bit harder to do. So if you can't time parries correctly, just do dodge. After getting the Pictos there, go up and around over here and you can get some chroma. And then just jump down.
That will help.
And you have to fight some Lancerliers there. I've already fought them. Just move on.
Is that a house?
Looks about
To the right of the entrance to this house is a
an advantage.
chroma catalyst.
The indigo tree is not too far from here.
Alright, you want to go up here. And instead of going that way, you want to go down this way. And there's an energy tent shard right here. Go ahead and pick that up. I'm going to get it in another video. I'm going to do an all shard video.
This will be useful.
And then grab this chroma here. And then you can go back the other way. Just make sure to pick up that tent shard over there. And then come down here.
Here we are. Huh.
Yeah.
And you'll get to the save point.
The indigo tree's over there.
And you can rest. Now tutorial on skills and skill points. So each time you level you get skill points like I said earlier. And you have a skill tree for each character. Each character has their own skills. Gustav, you can tell a lot of his skills there's not that many of them. And there's a reason for that. If you know, you know, right? But he starts with powerful is one of the ones you can get. That's a pretty good one. And what that does is it boosts the attack power. It's kind of like Brave. If you ever played the Final Fantasy games. It's like Bravery, basically. And then Marking Shot as well. And then for Lune, her grid's a lot bigger, as you can tell. A lot more stuff to get for her. You can really build her however you want. Healing Light's a good one to get. Because that heals. And Thunderfall's good too, because it pairs well with Emulation. With the critical burn. So go ahead and pick up Thunderfall. Each time it crits, you'll get extra hits with it. And since you're burning the enemy with Emulation, and you have the critical burn Pictos, you'll crit more often, and you'll get more hits with Thunderfall. So nice little synergy there. That was the tutorial for skills. Alright, time to find the second mime from the Grand Meadow save flag. You first want to go over here and grab some chroma.
Nice.
And then over here, some more. With the enemy, and then continue along the path. You'll get some more chroma. And then this way. And this will also get you a new outfit too. For defeating this this mime. Right there it is.
I'll do it. I'm ready. Chroma is flowing.
For those who come after.
Feel the burn. Let us stain them. Lightning strike!
Alright, and we get the baguette, or baguette, I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm not French, so yeah, baguette, or however you pronounce it. You get 2 new outfits. Alright, time to go right now, and we'll grab some collectibles.
Interesting.
It might be later, but I think there's a forced encounter up ahead. Okay, looks like it's later. Yeah. Or no, here it is. I think this is a forced encounter that I'll have to show.
Dodge this guy.
Alright, after that fight, you have a special enemy over here that we have to fight, because we'll be able to get a new Pictos from it.
A storm is coming. Take cover! Brace yourselves.
For those who come after.
mess with me.
I'm ready.
Weak.
Alright, there you go. After defeating the thing, you get a new, well, you get an upgrade of your weapon, and you get a new Pictos augmented attack. Alright. And obviously you want to equip that new Pictos we got, and grab this Chroma here. After defeating the not super boss, the mini optional boss, you want to go up this way. Though those chromatic enemies are actually harder than the bosses of the game, so. And somewhere around here there's some chroma we can get. I think we have to drop down or something. Yeah. Go ahead and grab that chroma. And then we'll continue on here. And then up ahead there'll be another battle that I'm not going to show. Alright. Let's see, grab this. Yep, there we go. Alright, and we'll go and move on. Alright. I'm up here.
Someone came here before and set up these handholds.
Probably Expedition 69. The climbers expedition.
Let us thank them for that.
Up ahead we'll get the first journal of the game. Alright, the first journal can be gotten up ahead here. This one's automatic. You can't miss this one at all. So, but the other ones you'll have to find. And it's Expedition 81. So that's the first journal that you get. Alright, and up ahead here is Jar. And you'll be able to complete the first Nevron quest. And here's the thing about these quests. You can actually fight the monster. You can fight the Nevron after you complete it, but you don't want to do that until later. You can come back. There's a reward you get for not killing any of them. So if you wait till later in the game, after you get your reward for not killing any of them, then you can come back and kill them all. But go ahead and talk to Jar. Alright, so we need to find something flammable. What we need is a resin in the next area. Right up ahead, I'll show you how to get to it immediately.
Flares!
Survivors.
Hurry!
Good thing we're hurrying anyway. Gonna avoid all the other collectibles for now and just get the resin. I believe it's this here.
We could light something with this.
Yep, there it is. Alright, after getting the resin, you want to return to Jar to complete the Nevron quest. But like I said, do not fight it yet. You could technically beat it now, but there's no point. We're not done yet, though. We gotta actually shoot this. Boom. There we go. We get a healing tent shard for completing that one.
We might learn something.
Alright, and that's it for that first Nevron quest. Alright, now from this safe flag here, the abandoned expeditioner camp, we can get 2 Pictos up ahead, believe it or not. One over here. So go ahead and grab that one. And then come this way and you can get another one. So that's kind of nice. And there's actually 2 more you can get here in the Spring Meadows. One for from the boss fight, and then one after the boss fight. Also, you can get a new weapon from the expeditioner thing. If you fight any enemy around here, we'll get you a new weapon. For Lune. The light ram, which is a bit more powerful.
Feel the burn. Let's push forward.
As you can tell, I didn't get the weapon. That's because I've already got it. So, yeah. But just fight one of those things and you'll get the weapon automatically. And then after fighting that enemy, there's also collectibles around here that we can pick up as well. Like over here is a color of Lumina.
An advantage.
And then up ahead there is another collectible. Another color of Lumina. I think we want to go back up and there's a catalyst we can get.
An advantage.
Chroma Catalyst. Then what you want to do is jump down and you can get a revived tent shard. Now, I'm not going to get it on the video here. Because I'm going to be getting it in another video. So make sure to pick it up right there. Instead, go ahead and pick it up and go to the expedition flag. Alright. Here's the expedition flag, and make sure to save because there's a boss coming up. Alright, so we got a energy tent shard and a healing tent shard. Now we're going to get a revived tent shard. So follow this path from the expeditioner base camp expedition flag. And go down this way. And here it is right here. Revive Tent Shard. Alright, and up ahead we have the boss fight. Here's my setup. So I got 15 points into vitality, so it gives Gustav 396 health. I put over points into luck, even though her thing switched. Now she has an agility weapon. So kind of screwed myself a little bit there, but oh well. Would have liked the points into vitality or defense, but that's okay. Gotta equip the dead energy Pictos on him. I should have had it equipped already, but rip. I should do like that. I think that's better. Because she needs more crit than he does, so. Put all the crit stuff on her. You could farm to level 6, but it takes a long time to get to level 6. Like a super long time. So it's totally not worth it. But it's something you could do. Well, it wouldn't take that long, I mean, but it's not worth it. Level 5's enough. The boss is not that hard. Especially if you parry and stuff. Hell, you don't even need to parry. You don't have to parry every attack. On Expert you do. On Normal you could like just let them hit you. A lot of the times. Maybe parry every now and then. Maybe block some attacks, you know, but. And that's the best way to play Expedition 33 is not to dodge every single thing they do. The best way to play this game is to dodge some attacks and let some hit you. Even, you know, try your best to dodge every attack, of course, but don't panic if you get hit, you know. It's fine. Now, some bosses you'll one-shot you if you don't dodge, but lots of times you'll be okay. And it's not fun to dodge every single thing anyway. The game gets boring if you're just taking no damage throughout the whole game. So you'll make the game more funner if you're not constantly dodging everything. But I'm still obviously going to try to dodge everything, of course. But yeah, that's the fun of the game, you know? But anyway, let's take on the first boss, Eveque.
flow.
Alright, after defeating Eveque, you get the Cleansing Tint Pictos. Don't leave the Spring Meadows yet though, because you have another Pictos to get right behind you. I like how they put you right at the exit, so you miss this one.
Nice.
But, whatever. Empowering attack. Alright, don't leave the dungeon yet though, because we have a another collectible to get. My god.
We can use that.
Color of Lumina. And now you can leave the dungeon, because we have successfully completed the first dungeon. We got all the collectibles. Well, technically that's not true, because later we'll have to come back here to destroy paint spikes, but that'll be later on, so you don't have to worry about that now, basically. But keep in mind we will have to come back to Spring Meadows later. Alright, we are now on the overworld and we're going to get all the collectibles here. So right after you complete the Spring Meadows, we're going to come up here and fight this group of enemies over here for a massive amount of EXP.
And a door in a hut.
And also you get to upgrade Nune's weapon. Alright, there you go. You get the light ram upgrade and a lot of EXP. Nearby the enemies is a Color of Lumina.
This will be useful.
Eventually when you're exploring, you can they'll ask you to camp. So you go ahead and hit camp and you can get fully healed and everything. Alright, after sleeping there's another group of enemies you can fight. I don't think you get anything for this group of enemies, but we're fighting anyway because you get a lot of EXP. And then after you defeat them, go ahead and grab this Color of Lumina. Or whatever it is, yeah. And then this path you can't go. And there's also an optional dungeon over this way called the Abyss Cave. I'll show me going in there, but we can't do anything here right now. There's a boss fight you can take on here, but luckily they did put a save flag here so you could rest without needing to go to the camp. You can actually beat the boss at this point in the game too, if you just dodge all of its attacks, but yeah, it's not worth it. You could get another character if you go to Flying Waters and then come back and take it on if you want, but it's better to wait to your adequate level. Anyway, that's all the collectibles so far in the overworld. Advance through the Flying Waters and you'll be able to get more after you complete the Flying Waters. Oh, okay, never mind, there is one more collectible. So you see, there's where we fought those enemies. Come over this way and there's another one we can get. Oh, over here, another Color of Lumina. And this should be the final one. But I'll double check to make sure.
Nice.
Another Color of Lumina. Yep, got all the collectibles. Good to head on into the Flying Waters and then there'll be more collectibles after you complete it. Alright, let's go ahead and enter the Flying Waters. I just wanted to show you where it was at on the map there. But basically just northeast of the Spring Meadows. And yeah, very interesting area with a very interesting boss. Though it's not really that hard of a boss. Alright, this is the second dungeon of the game, the Flying Waters. And right off the bat, we're going to be given a scene. And if you come over this way, you can get a Pictus. I think you have to battle an enemy, right? Oh, nope, I guess not. So is Sciel. Alright, back at the entrance, if you go north, you'll reach the first paint cage of the game. And basically how these paint cages work is you have to shoot 3 locks to open up the cage. So there's one there on the fin there. One over there to the right. Or I guess it would be the left. And we got one more. There's usually 3. Right there it is. See it? Once you shoot all 3, you get the reward, which I think is a tent.
This will be useful.
No, you get another chroma elixir. Okay. Alright, after that we can continue on. And we'll have a battle up ahead. Chroma there. Yeah, get ready for a battle up ahead here.
Wait.
Yeah, it pops up out of nowhere.
Looks like a different species.
Doesn't
Alright, we'll be fighting 2 of those later, so I'll show the battle against 2 of them. Come over here though.
we can use that.
Get color of Lumina. Then up ahead you want to go left, and there'll be a catalyst, but I think there's a creature, or 2 of them down here. Yep, so here we go. I'll show this battle here, because there's 2 of them.
Ready to evade. Take cover! Romance flowing. Feel the burn. Ready to evade. I'll do it.
Yeah, so those enemies are very... I don't know how to turn it down some. Those enemies are very unorthodox.
Nice.
There we have the marking shots, Pictos. And you get that in the second section of the Flying Waters. After the paint cage. Alright, let's continue deeper into this place. And up ahead we'll have like a mine area with a new enemy here. Those enemies are incredibly easy, but if they get the first strike on you, it could be a bit rough. So you always want to get the first strike on them. And I'll show them off a bit later. Well, I'll show them off in a little bit. Let me get all the treasure around here. I'll probably show that battle there. There's one more treasure around the corner over here though. I think you get ambushed here, right? Yep. Okay, let me show this battle here then.
Stay. Imagine forever.
And that right there is the easiest enemy in the entire game. Due to the fact that you just shoot at their mine and then they all explode. And it ends up being a decent amount of EXP and easy money too. Anyway, let's move on ahead here to a very mysterious part of the game. We're going to be entering the Manor for the first time.
Over there. A hut.
Slow down. We don't know what's inside yet.
Well, we're about to find out. Welcome to the Manor. Alright, so the first thing you want to do in the manor is go to the dining hall before you go to recruit Maelle, because there's a secret you can do here to get, I think, a record, I think. Yeah, you get a record, but we need to activate certain things. I'm trying to find them. There's one on like these, yeah, one's right here, see? Press square. Flip it up like that. That's 1. 2. It's right here. Yeah, let's see if I can find the other ones here. Sometimes I have trouble finding them. Here's one. Now maybe thinking, oh, we can go through. Nope, we need one more. See? Let's see if we can find the other one, people. Where is it at? This one's going to be a pain in the ass to find, I bet. It's always the one I have trouble with. I'll be right back when I find it. Oh, the little bugger was hiding from me. There it is, right there. Right next to this pillar there. Hiding in that corner. I walked around this place like 5 times. I've done this like 3 times too, and somehow I always have trouble finding one of them. Anyway, come over this way and you'll get another record. Boom. Record number 2. Alright, now we can get a Shape of Life from the save flag here. In the manor, go upstairs. Another set of stairs here. One of these paintings we can actually jump through. I know it seems weird, but maybe it's this one over here. Yep, right there. Yeah, Shape of Life. Alright, now what you want to do is go back through here and then go to where Maelle's at. And she's in this room right over here. This thing could be pretty creepy if you're playing it for the first time. When you see the Curator or whatever, he can kind of creep you out a little bit, so you've been warned.
Did you find me?
There was a message at the indigo tree.
Do you know who left it?
A message?
You want to hit up the save point first, because you got a boss coming soon.
I don't know.
Alright, time to take on the boss of this area, the Curator here. And you get to learn how to jump in this fight.
Alright, alright.
going to come off.
Henry! Place on me!
Alright, pretty easy boss. You just gotta learn how to time your jumps properly. It's not that hard. As long as you jump though, you'll be fine. You don't even need to counterattack him really. Go ahead and heal, and then it's time to return to the flying waters. And here we unlock the merchant of the game. So, with the merchants, you can buy stuff from them, obviously, and fight them to get to buy even more stuff. Yes, you actually got to fight the merchants. But before doing that, let's go over this way. And there's a collectible we can get there.
Well, that will help.
Could have got that sooner, obviously, but I wanted to get it now. Alright. Okay, this is all the merchant locations and merchant battles in Clair Obscur. So, after you leave the manor, you can unlock the first merchant automatically. Noko. And we're going to fight it here. I'll just do Gustav. You're going to get all big here. Well, that's the first time I've ever counterattacked a merchant character in this game. Usually I fail. Because they're unorthodox, see? I always mess it up. Obviously I can stun it here, but we'll just attack. Got it. Nice. Sometimes good at the game. It was the first merchant battle of the game. And then obviously you can buy more stuff from it. And you get exposing attack. Alright, the next Pictos you can get is the exposing attack after defeating the merchant here, Noko. And then there's another Pictos we can get if we follow the path that way. So I'll follow this path here.
These dead Nevrons. Who could
And there's also this too.
Yes.
But we're gonna be getting the Chroma or the Pictos. So I think it's a bit tricky to get to, but I should be able to find it relatively
that anchor doesn't look man-made.
easily. Gonna avoid the enemies for now. Yeah, it's up there, yep. So grab this first.
Great.
Jump over up. Damn it. Jump up there. Come up on these handholds. This will lead to the minted aim, but we're gonna have to do some platforming. Careful not to fall. And you get the augmented aim, Pictos. Took me forever to get that the first time I played.
put it to death.
I'll do it.
Alright, after defeating a Brewler, you get the Brewler, oh, however you pronounce it. New weapon for, Gustav. Or maybe it's Maelle. It might be Maelle's weapon. Yeah, it's new weapon for Maelle. 78. Power over 70. Alright, let's fight some more enemies. Alright. So I think there might be a... Yeah, there's another enemy over here, and then there might be a Chroma Catalyst too. Alright. And then look around for... Catalyst, but it could be one that's dropped from the enemy too. Yeah, maybe it was dropped from by the enemy. But I don't see one here. Doesn't matter anyway, really. Alright, well anyway, we're gonna go this way to like a tunnel. And there'll be another Nevron quest we can accept. Yeah, right here's the tunnel. Alright, so this Nevron quest, we're going to have to find this thing, this demon or whatever. We have to find its mine. Do not hit attack, whatever you do. Okay. Leave it be. Or let's leave it. Make sure not to hit attack. That would be really bad. You don't want to do that. And you want to jump. And we're going to have to jump again over here. Then here. Then over here.
Nice.
And then when we get the intact mine, jump down, go back through the tunnel, and you'll be able to return to the thing. Okay, here's a tunnel here. And let's return that mine to it, and we'll get a new weapon for Lune, I believe. Do not attack it. Cannot stress that enough. Get the weapon and leave. Make sure to equip that weapon, by the way. And then after you equip it, leave that thing. Don't bother with it. Just let it be. And we'll come back for it later. Said we want to come this way to like a forge area. And there's a big ass enemy up ahead here.
It's forging something. So they have intelligence.
There'll be a battle against 3 of these things later, so I'll just show the battle against 3 of them. No, I'm not kidding. We gotta fight 3 of them. After defeating the big ass enemy there, you get the Cruel Ram. New weapon for Gustav. Pretty powerful one too. It does have ice helmet though. So keep that in mind. Alright, after defeating the thing, go back behind the forge and grab that. And then come up this way and you'll get to a save flag. Alright, from the Coral Cave save flag, you can get a couple Pictos nearby. There's one right here. Staggering attack. Alright, so now from the save flag, go this way. Chroma here, but then around the corner is another Pictos. After defeating the enemy, come around the corner, and there's the Pictos right there. Rewarding mark. Alright, nearby that Pictos there is some other collectibles we can get. Chroma down there. Alright, where's the item? There it is. And then go back and right down there is some chroma. And then we want to continue on back to the main path here. Leading this way. There'll be a path going right. And this is where we'll have to fight 3 of those things. Which I'm going to show me battling them. Yeah, see? Make sure you're fully healed.
Chroma is flowing.
Finesse and grace.
Somehow took no damage in that fight. I don't know how I managed to pull that off. Alright, but anyway, the second paint cage here. One there. One there. And then one on there over on the mine. And this will give us a new tint shard, I think.
This will be useful.
Yep, revive tint shard. And to get here, you just... as long as you're going down the main path, you make a right. There's a path leading right, which will lead right over to here. Don't leave this section yet, though, because there's a color Lumina to get. We're going to have to do some climbing. I don't know if you can make that jump. Apparently you can. Platforming in this game is not very great. In fact, it's really bad. It's like Kingdom Hearts bad. It's not as bad as Kingdom Hearts 1 though, but it's pretty bad. It feels more janky in this, I guess, but Kingdom Hearts, it felt more like clunky, I guess you could say.
This will be useful.
Alright. Anyway. Good to head back along the main path here. So when you get back to the intersection, you want to go straight ahead and you'll get to the next journal of the game, right up there. Alright, up ahead there's a mime that you can fight. We're actually going to take the other path first though to get to a Sapes
I don't like this.
thing. And there's what you call a Bourgeon right there. We're going to be fighting one of those soon.
This one is.
But if you go
Avoid those at
somewhere around in there, there's a mime. Oh, it's through there. Yeah, through there is where the mime is. But let's not go that way yet. And I think, yeah, that path leads to the Bourgeon over that way. Don't fight the Bourgeon yet, though. We're going to be fighting it later. That scares me every time. That right there is the boss of the area. Every time I play this game, I get scared by that. Alright, let's go ahead and take on the mime. We gotta go back. And you could go take on the Bourgeon to try it if you want to see if you can beat it. But we're going to take on the mime first. And then we're going to take on another optional boss. And then we'll take on the Bourgeon later when we get one more level. Alright, after defeating the mime, you can go ahead and grab this. Color of Lumina. And then head back to the save flag. And like I said, we'll fight the Bourgeon later. I'm not worried about it right now. Not any rush to take it on. Alright, so there's some collectibles we can get. Around this area, and then there's some Pictos we can get as well. We're We're gonna get the collectibles first and then the Pictos. Okay, so up here is a color of Lumina. Over here, oh no, wait, that's never mind. I thought that was something. And then go ahead and grab this here. Energy Tint Shard. Alright, so from the Limerine Streets, Save Flag, and the Flying Waters, you can get 2 Pictos. One you're going to have to fight a boss, an optional boss to get, though, but the one we're about to get, we just need to do some grappling. But the other one, we're going to need to fight an optional boss. There you get the versatile Pictos. Then what you want to do is just jump down. And then just go this way. And you want to climb up this. Alright. And then go this way. Way to go back, but you don't want to go back. Grab this, of course. And then there's the boss right there. After you beat the boss, you'll get the next Pictos of the game right behind him.
Begins.
Flow.
I'm ready. Place on me.
Get ready.
Margin for error. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
For those who come after.
And after the battle, make sure to pick up the Pictos, which has Energizing Break. Alright, now it's time to take on the Bourgeon. I feel it was harder than the Chromatic Troubadour, so that's why I'm saving it for after we defeated that thing. And it's right over this way. Right there it is. Let's go ahead and take it on. Alright, at this point we're going to take on the boss of this area, which is Goblu. And to fight the boss, you just go straight ahead. Follow this path here. It'll lead to a save flag and then the boss after that. We got all the collectibles here in the Flying Waters for now. There will be more later, of course, with the paint spikes. But let's take on the boss, Goblu.
Don't die!
for defeating Goblu, you get the Shape of Life shard, which allows you to increase your power of your healing tent shards. And after defeating Goblu, that's it. You can leave the Flying Waters. No other collectibles after you defeat it. This dungeon is now complete. For now, anyway. We'll have to come back here later, of course, for Paint Spike, but that's about it. Alright, back at camp you can actually upgrade your characters, give them color of Lumina. And you can also use the Shape of Life to upgrade your tent shards, and use the Shape of Life that we got from Goblu to increase your health tents, or your health shards. Then just evenly distribute your color of Lumina. You could plop it all in one character to make a really powerful character, but I think it's best to evenly distribute them. That's what I recommend you do anyway. But that's up to you. Yeah, probably that one. Exposing attack's probably the best one. Rewarding mark's good too. Marking shots plus rewarding shot is pretty good. Allows you to get more free aim shots in. The next area is the Ancient Sanctuary, but we have to do more overworld stuff first. Alright, part 2 of the Overworld. So this time we're after the events of Flying Waters. And you want to fight these enemies down here because you can upgrade a weapon. And there you go, you get an upgrade of your weapon to level 4. Probably worth equipping. Oh yeah, it's already equipped. It now has critical hit supply burn. Alright. There's a paint spike there, but we cannot break them yet. We'll have to remember that for later. But if you come over here, you can activate this. And it's like a shortcut back to where you've already been, where the best cave is and everything. But or I think this is the best cave, right? Yeah, okay. You still don't want to enter that place yet. Instead you want to go back this way. But yeah, it's just a little shortcut to get back. If you ever need to go back to the Spring Meadows for whatever reason. But if you come over here, you can enter the Small Bourgeon. And if you fought a Bourgeon in, what is it? In the Flying Waters, you can actually complete a quest here. Alright, the next optional dungeon is the Small Bourgeon. This is a pretty short dungeon, but there is a quest you can complete here. So we're going to be completing that Now, in order to complete this one, you must have fought a Bourgeon in the Flying Waters. And then you can complete this quest. And there's also a journal there too. We'll go ahead and pick up the journal. 53. And then the Bourgeon's right over here. Alright, go ahead and talk to it. Mistress. Okay. Give Bourgeon skin. And then once you give them this, you'll complete it. Alright, so go ahead and leave, I think, and come back, and he'll be growing up, I think. Alright. Leave the area and re-enter. Yep, see? Alright, there you go. You get a color of Lumina for completing that Nevron quest. Do not fight it yet. We'll come back and fight it later. Don't fight it right now, though. Is there anything else here? I don't think there is. That's it for that quest. Alright, and also we can get a... Back on the overworld here, we got another group of enemies here. We can get a color of Lumina and fight these enemies for a weapon upgrade. Alright, you get a Lance Ram upgrade and a Lighter Rim upgrade. Now what we want to do is continue, and there's a merchant right over here. Alright, the second merchant can be found on the overworld. Right here on the map, west of the ancient sanctuary, north of the best cave. And this you can't buy until we get the next character of the game, but you can buy new outfits and also a new record, Goblu. So yeah, there you go. Make sure to buy all that, and then you gotta come back here once you get the next character. Nearby this area, you can find the redwoods. I think it's right up here. This area is a bit too difficult at the moment, and you don't have the event here. You have to give 90,000 chroma to complete it, and you'll get a really good Pictos. But you probably don't have 90,000 right now, right? So yeah, don't worry about it right now. But I am going to enter the area and leave immediately. Just to get it on the map. For later. Trust me, the 90,000 that you spend on that area is totally worth it. I don't actually remember what Pictos you get, but I know it's worth it. But anyway, you want to go over this way. And then there's a hidden Gestral arena over here where you can get some Pictos for a solo challenge run if you're doing like a solo challenge. I beat the game with just Verso. And yeah, got all the Pictos there, and they helped out. I had them equipped throughout the whole game. Continue this way though, and you'll get to the Gestral Beach, the first one. There's multiple of these throughout the game, and they're really annoying areas because they have like mini games and shit. But if you come over here, you can get a color of Lumina. And go into the beach as well. The Gestral Beach. We'll come back later to the Gestral Beach. Let's not worry about that right now. I don't want to bother with it right now anyway. I want to stay away from those areas as much as possible. Save that shit for last. And it shows that won't be saved the best for last. It'd be saved the worst for last. Yeah, but watch out for this thing here. This is the Chromatic Brawler. We'll fight it later. There should be some chroma nearby. Yep. Go ahead and pick up that. Alright, we want to continue this way. And there'll be a battle somewhere. There's also a merchant too. There's one down there, but we can't get to him yet. See these rocks? You can't break these rocks yet. But soon enough we'll be able to. And we'll be able to break these later too, these paint spikes. Well, or we need a paint spike to break it, I mean. There's where you want to be over here though. Fight this group of enemies for another weapon upgrade. There you go, you get a massive amount of EXP and upgrades to your weapons. And then you want to grab this over here. And then also nearby is another merchant you can find down here. Alright, the next merchant can be found on the east side of the Overworld, east of the Ancient Sanctuary, northeast of the Flying Waters. And more stuff, more outfits to buy. A lot of new outfits. Make sure to buy all that stuff. Now we're going to be finding all the lost Gestrals. The first lost Gestral we're going to be finding is near Eveque's nest. Right over here. East of the Ancient Sanctuary, northeast of the Flying Waters. And here it is, Lost Gestral. And there you go, that's the first one. And we'll be finding all of them, of course. This area here is Eveque's nest. We'll go ahead and enter, but we're not going to go explore it right now. There's nothing to really do here. think there might be one collectible you can get now, but this is better to wait. We'll be coming back here. And that's all for the collectibles in part 2 of the Overworld, after you complete the Flying Waters. The next set will be available after you complete the Ancient Sanctuary. Alright, I wanted to bring this up because it's a pretty good enemy to farm here before going to the Ancient Sanctuary. So you fight one of those flying things, a Lancerlier, and a Brewer. And you can fight them infinitely. After you defeat them, you go to the camp and rest at the save flag. It'll respawn them and you can fight them infinitely. And they're fairly easy to beat. And you can probably beat them without taking any damage too, more than likely. Especially if you're good at dodging their attacks. I don't know, I usually have trouble with, but I was able to dodge it that time. That one I've gotten pretty good at dodging. I used to be bad at dodging that one when I played this game in the past. I've definitely improved a lot since as I say, practice makes perfect. One of the issues probably with this game, honestly, is the fact that you master it, it becomes super easy. Though there are a lot of attacks that, you know, you might fail to dodge or whatever. There you go. So you get a lot of EXP. And you get a decent amount of chroma too. 914 is no small amount, you know. And then to respawn them, all you gotta do is just camp. Now you don't have to farm in this game ever. In fact, you can beat the game without grinding a single enemy. But we're going to need to buy a bunch of stuff when we get to the Gestral Village. So getting the extra money will help out a lot. So I do recommend you grind a little bit so you have a lot of money. And you might as well grind this enemy here. This group of enemies here. We're going to want to buy every single thing in the Gestral Village. Now, you don't have to buy everything when you first get there. If you don't want to. You can always just wait till later and buy the stuff. But in case you forget, you know, it might be better to buy the stuff now. But even... So yeah, I'm just going to buy the stuff now. Alright, it's now time to enter the Ancient Sanctuary, the third dungeon of the game. Not including the optional ones. And then, but this is the third main story dungeon, I should say. And I got level 18, 17 for Maelle, which you don't really have to, but like I said, you get a lot of money for fighting that enemy over there. And it's totally worth it to get the extra money. Alright, it's time to head through the Ancient Sanctuary. And right off the bat, you're greeted with the first Petank of the game. You gotta guide these things to their like posts. And then you gotta feed them in a certain amount of time in order to get the max reward for fighting them. Alright, let's do this. Starts with shields as well. This one does. It will flee after a while. But we're not going to give it a chance to flee. Well, hopefully not anyway. Wow. I actually blocked that. I'm surprised. I think it's only the like first time I've ever blocked that. Each time it gets more and more shields. One of them gets taken away by the burn though. Wow, blocked it again. Want to roll us out of slaw. Got it. Yep. Wow, that went better than I thought it was going to be. Usually, I can never dodge that attack. Anyway, you get color Lumina for fighting these things, and a lot of money, or a lot of chroma. They're always worth fighting. Alright. And there's actually 2 Pictos we can get. I'm going to go back to the save flag though first. Alright, the next 2 Pictos you can get is here in the ancient sanctuary, excuse me, from the entrance. You can get one nearby right over there. This one is the energizing jump. And then you want to make your way this way. And there'll be a path leading down, which will lead to another Pictos that you can get. You gotta use these things.
Nice.
Burning Mark. Alright, from the entrance of the ancient sanctuary, go north. You'll eventually get to a battle, and you'll get a new weapon, the Sakaram. You also have this fading young boy there, but you don't need to talk to him. Alright. Yeah, come over here and you'll get to a battle. After you win the battle, you'll get a new weapon. And there you go. Sakaram. New weapon for Gustav. Not as good as the one you have already, but yep. There you go. Alright, and nearby you have a save flag that you can access. And you can also get another new weapon from the save flag here. Sanctuary Maze. Go up this way and make a right. go through here. Make another right. First grab this chroma over here, but then turn around and there'll be an enemy you can fight, which will have the new weapon. And you get the Trebuchet weapon for Lune, which has generate a random stain on free aim shot. So that's pretty decent. Alright, now we're going to get a couple more Pictos here in the Ancient Sanctuary. So back at the Sanctuary Maze here. The second save flag. Go right. Right again. Go underneath this. Go right. Go up there. Go through here, and there would be an enemy right around over here. Kind of meant to scare you, but I warned you about it, so hopefully you wasn't scared. I know I was scared the first time I played this game. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Pictos. Attack Lifesteal. And then we want to go back. Not that way. And there's another Pictos somewhere. You gotta come up here, I think. Probably should have got this one first, but it's okay.
Great.
Energizing start 2. Alright. At this point, you want to go back up this way. We're not getting a Pictos or anything. We're just getting a color of Lumina. So I'll just start recording from here. But when we get a Pictos or whatever, or we find like a Mime or something, I'll be starting from the save point.
Well, that will help.
Because I plan to do a whole bunch of all videos, like how to get all Pictos, how to, you know, how to get all kinds of shit, you know. So I'll be starting from the save points for those videos to make it easier for those people, and hell, to make it easier for you guys too. That way you know where I'm at all times. You just follow the same path I take, you know. So, and I will be showing off all the monsters here too, but cutting them out for now. Anyway, I want to go back to the save, and we need to go that way to reach another Mime. Alright, the next Mime and tent shard you can get is from the Sanctuary Maze save flag in the Ancient Sanctuary. I'm going to follow this path here. You want to crawl underneath up ahead here. And you want to make a left. And you reach like a little hut. The Mime is nearby. And you can also grab the tent shard here.
Nice.
And then you'll be greeted with the Mime. Somewhere around here. There it is, right there. See it? There you go.
Let the ink flow.
En garde! Flames! spill some ink. Spill some ink.
For those who come after.
Let's dance.
Alright, and after you defeat the Mime, you get a baguette, or however you pronounce it, for, I'm guessing, Lune. Yep, for Lune. Alright, there you go. Alright, and nearby we can get some other collectibles that aren't like important collectibles. Let's see, hold on, usually I don't do this, but I think it's this way. Yep. Should have grabbed this. Color Lumina. Hold on, let's see, is that it? Yeah, we're good to jump down because there's some chroma right down below. Sorry about that. I had to make sure to get everything, you know. And then let's see. Yeah, we're good to head this way now. At the like circular thing here, we want to go this way, and then from here we want to go left. Okay.
This place is confusing.
They built it to make their village harder to find.
And then the path to the left leads to a paint cage and a tent thing. But if you come over here, where's it at? There you got, maybe got turned around a little bit. There should be a save flag somewhere. That's the tent shard there. Maybe it's this way. Yep, here's the flag here. Perfect. That's the flag just before the boss, but we're not going to take on the boss yet. We got to get the paint cage and the tent shard. And then we'll fight the boss. Alright, the next tent shard and paint cage you can find is from the Giant Bell Alley expedition flag. This is the final expedition flag here. Well, for when you come here for the story anyway. There's actually another one later, but let's see if I can't figure out where that... There it is. Got it. Healing Tent Shard.
Please survive. Hurry
Chroma is flowing.
Feel the fur. Let's spill some ink. Flames on me.
A storm is coming. Lightning strike!
Please survive. And yeah. Hurry it.
Let us stay there.
And yeah. Don't die.
Alright, let's go ahead and find that paint cage now from that revived tent shard. Or healing tent shard, whatever it was. I believe it's this way, and there's also a journal here too. 63. Okay. Yeah, the paint cage itself is up there, as you can tell. And the first thing you want to shoot is right here in front of me. And there's two more, obviously. There's one there if you destroy these boxes. I just got it. You don't have to shoot it, you just break the boxes. And then there's one more somewhere. Right there. Now maybe you're thinking, how the hell do you get over there? Well, I'll show you. I go this way, and there's a hidden path. Didn't really mean to fall down there, but I guess it's fine. We have to get back. We have to get up there though. Climb up on this. Jump up over here. Jump across. Jump up on here. Then jump over here. And voila. A chroma elixir shard. Alright, so you got all those collectibles that I got in this area. You're good to take on the boss. Go take on the boss. You can just jump down from there and then go back to where the boss save flag is. I do have to show off one more enemy around here. The one without the shield. And then we're good to go take on the boss after that. So I'm going to show off that last new enemy. And then we'll go take on the boss.
Feel the burn.
those who come after.
On me. That's done. On me.
Alright, after defeating Ultimate Sakapatatos, basically, you get the Breaker Pictos. Not only that, but after you defeat him, you get more. You get another one. And you also get Energy Tent Shard too, so go ahead and grab the Energy Tent Shard and then the Pictos. Alright, there's the Shard. Come this way and you can get the Pictos. Stun boost. Boom. Don't leave the dungeon yet though, because we have one more collectible to get, and then we're done for now. Until we're able to break the paint spike, or we're able to get the paint spike and break those rocks. And then we'll come back here and then we'll get we'll unlock a brand new area of this place. And there you go, the final collectible in the Ancient Sanctuary. We got everything here. For now, like I said. You can just go to the exit now. Where's the exit at? Is it over here? Yep, there's the exit right up here. And the dungeon is complete. Alright, we're now in Overworld Map Part 3. After completing the Ancient Sanctuary. And there's only one collectible we can get at this point. And that is a color of Lumina. From nearby here. Right over here. East of the Gestral Village. And that's it. That's all the overworld collectibles for now. See you in part 4. Alright, let's enter the most annoying area in the game. I'll complete this area and probably call it for this part. And we'll continue the game in the next part, in part 2. End with one of the most annoying areas in the game, I guess. So we have to enter the arena here and basically talk to the leader, and that's about it. But there is a ton of optional stuff to do here in this place. A lot of collectibles and stuff. So we're going to get the collectibles and I'll be starting. When I go to get the collectibles, I'll start from the save points. But if I get like Color of Lumina or Chroma, I'll just, get it on the video from wherever I'm at. But any like Pictos or anything like that, I'll get from the save point. We'll run from the save point to where the Pictos is at. In fact, I'll probably get the Pictos first, probably. Alright, in the Gestral Village, there is a total of 4 Pictos you can get. Let's go get them now. From the save point at the entrance here, we're going to get the 4 Pictos. So we're going to start in the bazaar and buy 2 of them. Alright, there's also another merchant too. And you can buy the critical moment Pictos. Go ahead and pick that up. And then now we're gonna get to a battle here, and after this battle we'll be able to buy the other Pictos. Alright. Once you defeat talk to him, hit trade, and buy the healing mark Pictos. Alright, go ahead and leave the bazaar. This way, turn this way. Okay, and you'll be right here. Make a right here. Then go, I think... Oh, wait. Maybe we're supposed to go that way. I think we're supposed to go down this path here, I think. I get so damn lost in this area. Even falling a god, I'd get lost in here. Maybe it's this way. Okay, you can't get that Pictos until later anyway. The powerful shots one until you get Paint Spike anyway. So I'm back here at the save. We'll get the Roulette Pictos. We can get that for sure. So let's go get that real quick. Yeah, I'll show you how to get to that. This one's worth equipping 100% of the time. Like you should have it active for the whole game, basically. It's a really good one. You're almost guaranteed to get net positive damage. Sometimes, I mean, it averages out to deal more. People always claim that it's better to equip it than not equip it. So, yeah. I don't think it matters what you say here. But here you want to say, I don't care. And you get the Roulette Pictos. Like I said, one of the best Pictos in the game. Definitely want to equip that. And that's all the Pictos here in the Gestral Village. There's 3 of them for now. Then there's one later that we'll get. Alright, in the Gestral Village there is a couple merchants from the save flag. You can go to the bazaar and there's 2 merchants that you can find. This one here, and you go fight this merchant. Let's go ahead and do that. Probably Gustav. And this merchant, you can get a new weapon. The Demon M. That's a new weapon for Gustav. Alright. And then if you come over this way, there's another merchant over here. You have to fight to get access to this one. And also a new weapon. Sakarum. Which is a new weapon for Maelle. So here at this merchant here, you have to buy this wooden stick for 100% completion if you want all the, items in the game and everything. So you might as well just buy it. If you want one of everything, it's completely useless. It does nothing. But for 100% completion, you got to get it. Also, there's a merchant around here that you have to give journals to. I think it's this guy. Maybe not that person. It's one of these merchants that you can give journals to, and I don't know which one it is. I thought it was one of these. Okay, yeah, this is the journal person here. You give him journals throughout the game and you'll get color of Lumina in return. You can get a lot of Lumina from him. There is another merchant here in this town too, but we have to get another character first. So, before we're able to buy from him. Alright, well that's it for now. We want to go up here though, and there's a collectible we can get. Get some chroma. And you gotta go all the way back down. I like how they put the obstacles there. They really didn't want you to get to that chroma. Even though it wasn't even that much of it. Alright, then there's like a bunch of color alumina around here and shit. And more chroma and stuff. But it's scattered throughout the whole village. I don't recommend going for it and stuff. It's totally not worth it. Okay, here's another merchant here, but we need to get another expeditioner, so we'll wait on that. We're just talking to all these. I don't think you have to talk to them, but some of them are merchants. All right. And then there's this guy. This guy over here is a side quest you can do to. You gotta find his kid. All right, this really tall Gestral. His kid's way up there on that tower. We have to get up there and get him down. Alright, so we have to get up there. There's a rope somewhere in the village that'll lead up to where he's at. But we have to find the rope. I think it's right here, maybe. I think this is it. But there might be multiple ropes. But I think this is the one. Now there's a bit of an issue. Yeah, this is the right one. When you jump over to him, you gotta make sure not to fall. The platform is not that great in this game. Oof. Wow, that was scary. Thought I was gonna fall there. And there you go, you unlock a new outfit for doing that. Very nice. Sakapatate outfit for Lune. Go ahead and show that off really quick. Boom. Lune is now Sakapatate. Alright, from the save flag in the Gestral village, you can get to the Manor, and you can get a collectible in the Manor. You can get a shape of energy, basically, which increases your energy tent shards. So basically, they'll give you more AP when you use them. It says turn back there. Well, we're not going to turn back. We're going to go right in. There might be more than just the energy, shape of energy. So you gotta examine a bunch of stuff here. Nope. I'm gonna find what else I gotta move here. Something else somewhere here. Come on. Ah, there we go. We had to destroy boxes. Dead Gestral here. Alright, this way. There it is. Boom, got it. The shape of energy. Alright, that's all the collectibles for now, besides like the chroma and the color of Lumina, which I'm not worried about. Let's go ahead and talk to the... This place is just too... I don't like to be here, I'll be honest. So I'm just going to move on. Let's talk to... This guy will enter the arena. We'll have to enter the arena and fight some boss fights. Alright, here we go. I'm going to be quiet during the arena fights. And there's a save flag over here. And then to start the arena, you just talk to this one over here. Nice upgrade there. For the Sakaram. Still a pretty weak weapon, honestly. And you also get a new character. Sciel. And she will replace Lune going forward. How do you remove the Pictos? There we go. You press triangle on it. Alright. And then you go here. You hit remove from party. Add to party. And then you can equip from there. Roulette. Breaker. Is there anything else I need to master? It looks like it's all of it. We're mastering all the ones that I need to right now. Talk to Golgra here. Yeah, don't challenge Golgra to a duel. That's a bad move. You could probably win if you dodge all his attacks, but it would take forever. Totally not worth it right now. But what is worth it is the power up her skills and then in this part. So I usually have her be my glass cannon. I don't know, I just like her to have... I'm just going to do attack and speed though. So we'll do 23 attack and then 22 agility. So she has a balance. I do like having all set because you get shell, powerful, and rush. But there's way better stuff than that. Sciel has a lot of really powerful stuff that she can do. We're going to want to get Sealed Fate for sure. So get Phantom Blade and then Seal Fate. And then get Card Weaver on this side. Oh, I don't have enough. Shoot. I need one more level for her. That's unfortunate. She's a bit behind though. She'll level up really fast though. I do like her to be my what is it? My offensive character though. I just prefer her to be like that. If I just give her all this stuff, it's fine. do need to level her up one time. But after we have skill, we can buy some stuff, more stuff from merchants. So let's do that. Right after skill joins the party, you can buy stuff from the merchants now. More stuff from merchants. So I'll show you where their merchants are. Went over this way. Yeah, right over here. Oh, I guess we need the other character then. Okay, well that's where that merchant's at for later. We need to find the other character to get that. But anyway, there's another merchant this way as well. I'll just go ahead and show you where they're at. And you can just buy from them later whenever you get the other character. Just remember that these two merchants exist. Okay, this one you can buy for skill anyway. There you go. Perfect. Alright, now that's it for part 1 of my ultimate guide for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Next part we'll take a look at the Metacritic reviews for the game and continue through the game. So we'll see how far we get in the next part. But we're going to continue right where I left off here, and we're going to head to Esqui's Nest in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it. And consider subscribing. I post JRPG content every single day. Later.